a lot today. Pretty much the same.
Follow-ups on some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the same kind of stuff. Just kind of like updating people on like the Kyrie story and.
Is it Tyre?
Oh, Tyre. I'm sorry, I'm calling Kyrie like Kyrie Irving. That and just stuff like that. Why you laughing?
Because he's just out in the news and we messing his name up already.
People going until the next shiny object comes. So hopefully people won't forget about it.
We think in each situation that happens that there is a reform or there's a move to go forward. And then we not keep going backwards every time we see something.
Right. And then we was talking about, like I said, make sure you get your water, make sure you blow your nose. Because every day I get 100 comments how I had a booger in my nose.
You can look up in your nose.
I had the camera down here.
I couldn't concentrate because of that.
My thing is, do people not read other people's comments? Mm-mm. Like after like the 100th time, do you think after 100 people say you have a booger in your nose, you feel to add to the conversation, you need to type the same exact thing that 100 other people type?
Because you would say, just for the record, she's driving. If we're in the car, you would still get a comment about you shouldn't be driving while you filming. I don't think people do pay attention to other comments. They don't. It's about them.
I told you I think people are stupid.
It's my world while I'm on the internet.
Social media has made people stupid.
Yeah. We're letting computers think for us. We let these.
If I go on somebody's channel and the lady has a booger in her nose and I'm looking at the comments and nobody says it, I still wouldn't say you have a booger in your nose. But let's just say for the sake of argument, I do say it. Mm-hmm. I'm the only person saying it. You don't think after 100 people saying it, she knows she has a booger in her nose?
Yeah, you got one. Yeah, she does have one. I just not noticed that. Yeah. Hey, you got one. Hey, you got, yeah. Because
that's what I said. People
think
are
about
stupid.
it. I was watching one of the shows, the YouTube shows, and the comments that were coming up. It was so many. You can't catch it. You can't catch it.
And you got to remember, it's like, and I used to think it was 13-year-olds until I see the profile pictures. These grown ASS people. And some of them be old, like 60 years old. First of all, why are you even on social media? You old.
There's no age limit.
I know. I'm just saying.
You know that.
Because you're 60.
Right.
But you don't know nothing about all this to be commenting about somebody.
Mean anything. Some people do.
No.
And that's their time to vent. A lot of times people's like, ugh, your glasses are crooked. Your hairstyle is like, people make comments about my hairstyle.
All right.
So,
well,
I'm kind of like waiting for it because it's like funny to me.
Well, people always say what's on top of your head, or you have
you can't have thin skin when you on
they'll say computer. You have a
beehive,
a nest.
See, that's funny.
Some of them be funny though.
Some of them funny.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that. I told Kim, I said, I don't even. To me, it's like as you get, and I think it's what Whoopi says. As you get older, you don't care.
Yeah,
you're talking about what? Yeah, move it out the way. Pick one breast up, throw it over the shoulder, and we be okay.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Well, she was always talking about how large her chest is.
Oh, and people make comments about it.
I step on it. She makes jokes about her own self.
Oh, okay.
So if we can laugh at yourself, then you should be.
They were talking about. I don't remember when it was a show about people saying you ugly or something like that. And I remember Whoopi was saying it. And then it was what's her name? The one you like. The one on there.
Sarah.
Mm-hmm. She was like, well, Whoopi, you wouldn't know. And I'm thinking, Sarah is she's either young or clueless on that.
Yeah.
Everybody called Whoopi Goldberg ugly.
People
used to use her as the go-to for ugly.
There was jokes that they would make on stage about her. You
look like Whoopi Goldberg.
And then when the comment came out in Color Purple, they took that and ran with it.
So Sarah didn't have any clue of that.
She's such a la word.
That's what I'm saying.
She don't like. I don't think she sees or probably even knows the negative that has been said about Whoopi.
Yeah, she don't know.
She wouldn't follow that anyway.
So Whoopi knows a little bit about being called ugly.
Yeah.
So, all right. So speaking of Whoopi, what happened on The View today? Because you got this as your first
everybody,
story.
we can't underestimate Mr. Trump if he's planning on
Why
running.
is he still in the news?
He's going to be in the news until he can't be in the news.
So
think about it. As long as he has a platform, a percentage of people that love him, and people that are rooting for him to run again, he's going to go until he's arrested and sat down. And even Joy said today, she said, I don't even care if he's not arrested.
Right.
I just don't want him to be in politics no more.
So what happened?
Whoopi is talking about him being on film saying that he's running. So it's the footage of him saying it,
but we already know he said he gonna run.
And how some knuckleheaded politicians are still on the bandwagon for him.
Well, yeah, they like.
And then you'll see who they.
They have
about.
To be, because if the
no,
people,
no, not they. No, this one is only talking right now. No, they. You can't do they no more.
No, I'm saying
only certain ones.
If the people in their community support, they have to be.
Not all of them.
Yeah,
a lot of them are jumping the bandwagon
because the people are. That's why
they're not saying what this knucklehead says. So let's see what Trump says first, and then we'll see the politician that is in support of them.
A lot of them are still. Marjorie, all of them.
Well, that's different.
Who said he was making another run for the White House back in November, but he hasn't done much campaigning until now, and some of the usual suspects have already fallen in line. Take a look.
They said he's not doing rallies, he's not campaigning. Maybe he's lost that step. I'm more angry now, and I'm more committed now than I ever was, because
there are no Trump policies without the man, Donald Trump. And to all these people who are very talented, I don't think you could do what he did, and I want him to have another shot. Unfinished business. I'm for Donald Trump because I know what I'm going to get.
I'm going to leave that line alone.
So that's what a comedian can run with that. You know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot of.
Well,
we can't say it on the.
Graham has to, because he was losing, and Donald Trump stepped in and helped him win.
Donald Trump has even talked about him.
No, after that, remember he talked about everybody. But after that, Lindsey Graham was losing in his state. Remember, he was running against a black guy, and Donald Trump stepped in, and Lindsey Graham won. So he owes him. He owes him for the rest of his life now.
Sonny thinks he has something else on him.
He probably does.
You don't kiss nobody's butt like that openly.
Yeah.
I understand, and this is so funny. I see what you were saying. There are some people that's probably, I understand if you secretly support him, but not outwardly like this stupid Lindsey Graham does. And they all talked about how he's not since the McCain days, he's gotten worse.
Well,
he's not a person of character, integrity, and he's really showing his true color. You don't have to come out and say what he just said to be in support of Trump. Right. But he's like a butt kisser.
But he has to, because he helped him win.
I don't think he has to.
I still
don't have to say nothing, Kim.
I think he owes him now. So it's like he's indebted to him or something.
Well, that Sonny thinks he has something on him.
He probably does. So, or it could be, like I say, he's indebted to him because he helped him win. So he told him, anytime you run or whatever, I got to go all out for you because you helped me win. Lindsey Graham wasn't going to win. He was losing, and Donald Trump stepped in.
But they talked about the other Republicans that have lost, and nobody's really saying anything. Marjorie is another story. She's a whole nother ball game. Right. And that Kerry lady. Yeah. But Lindsey, he's been a problem even before he re-ran again for his position since the McCain days. And when McCain passed away, when even McCain's daughter was on The View, Lindsey was starting to act up. Because I think Trump was president at the time. And Lindsey was even noticing, dang, I grew up with this man. There's something going on with him. So to come out now and to say this just openly, people say he's jellyback. He has no backbone. Yeah. And even if you were to support him, at least have a backbone and think for yourself. Right. Don't always got to be a butt kisser. Yeah. So they kind of went.
So they probably didn't have that much to talk about if they talked about that, because Lindsey Graham gonna kiss.
No, they didn't just talk about Lindsey. They talked about any other candidates that may be possible to run against him. And then that's when Joy made the comment about, I don't care if he doesn't get arrested. Right. You know, for whatever.
She just don't want him to run.
I don't want him to run again.
Who else do they think is going to run?
Well, Alyssa said she don't think too much of DeSantis because he's now neck and neck with the messiness like Trump.
Right.
You said Terminator 1. Terminator 2.
DeSantis is Terminator 2.
He's Terminator 2. So between the two Terminators, people probably like, ooh,
but the Terminator 2 is quicker and faster and stronger and
scarier.
Yeah, scarier.
Well,
like, that's what that. Well, now you're going with what Graham said.
Yeah.
I'm going with Trump because I know what I'm gonna get.
What you're gonna get.
With DeSantis, you don't know.
You don't know.
Trump is an idiot, so you know what you're gonna get with him.
But it's so funny because Alyssa said, "Oh," and they laughed after this, and Whoopi made her comment. She said, "Oh, okay, another insurrection. Oh, right. Okay."
Also,
we know what we're gonna get.
Also, with DeSantis, they can't boss him around. They can boss Trump around because he don't care. He just wants the title. Mm-hmm. So he'll let the Republicans run. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
As long as he's being
in the limelight. But the senators will come in there and argue with the senators and the congressmen and everybody. They don't want him.
But at least can Lindsey Graham wait?
Yeah.
To make those comments?
Not if Trump gave him a phone call and said, I need you out there.
See.
You my little puppy. Get out there and bark. Do what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
So then you had mentioned this. I heard you talking about this.
They've been talking about it.
Elon Musk apologizes for tweeting a baseless conspiracy theory about the attack on Paul Pelosi.
He's not the only one. People on Fox News have been saying some stupid stuff.
Elon Musk has apologized for sharing a baseless conspiracy theory about the attack on the former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul. In October, Musk tweeted a link to a story in Santa Monica Observer, which claimed Paul Pelosi was drunk and arguing with a male escort at the time of the attack. There is a tiny possibility there might be more to this story than meets the eye, Musk said in his tweet, which was deleted shortly after it was posted. On Saturday, after receiving a question on Twitter about whether or not he should apologize to Pelosi, Musk said, I apologize. A Twitter user asked Musk what he was apologizing for, and he replied with a screenshot of his deleted tweet from October. He put anything. Elon put anything
but
out
don't
there.
Want nothing about him. You know what I'm saying?
So what is this about him being with a male escort?
Because he was in his underwear. And they think that
so he can't sleep in his underwear.
They think it was something, even like a conspiracy to even use this story to bring it to surface. But it was something going on behind closed doors while she's away. The cats will play, the mice will play. I'm saying when the cat's away, the mouse will play. So there's conspiracy onto this person who came into the house that it wasn't like he was a person that's trying to attack him. It may have been a quarrel.
Somebody who was already there.
Going wrong.
But didn't we see the footage?
Thank you. So I don't even know what else to say.
So this was before the footage was let out. They had all these conspiracy theories.
I don't know when this came out. When Elon did post this, I don't know. Was it before the video?
Musk isn't the only prominent public figure to have chimed in on what might have happened the night of the attack. Former President Donald Trump shared conspiracy theories about the attack, including that the home was broken into from the inside, saying in an interview, so it wasn't a break-in, it was a breakout. He better be quiet for somebody breaking his house with his comb over and show all his wigs that's on his stand at night.
Oh, well. They still trying to do the questions with him and his ex-lovers and what's her name. They said they got a good story. They got a good chance of beating them. So I don't know why.
So after the body cam, it says Musk apology came after the body cam footage.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So after the body cam footage, everybody came back and said, "Oh, we sorry." How about wait to make your conspiracy theories until after all the information is in, and then you make your conspiracy theories?
But the sad thing about it, and you're right. The sad thing about it, and you said it earlier, how people in America are so quick to believe that conspiracy theory. There are people who are at home going, yeah, Elon, yeah, Trump, because they always talk about how a lie can spread quicker and faster.
And then when you come out with the truth, it doesn't go anywhere. Only thing people remember is the lie.
Is that lie.
So there's people still out right now who believe that Nancy Pelosi's husband was having some affair with his attacker or something.
Yes. Isn't this something how you believe a lie before you believe the
truth?
But
yet Elon Musk don't like when people do that to him.
That's what I was just saying. They're so hypocritical. And I love when people are hypocritical and it comes back to them.
Yeah.
Because that's the seed you planted. It's going to come back to you. It's gonna probably even be worse.
And I'll tell you one thing. I noticed with the media, the shade, you could tell they don't like Elon Musk. Look at that picture. He looked like a slob.
The picture that they
and they got a nice little picture of Nancy Pelosi with her husband, and then look at Elon Musk. He looked like a slob.
He does look fat in that
You
picture.
see how the media, so you know this website, Insider, Business Insider, don't like him.
That's not plugged in.
They don't like him. They like Nancy Pelosi.
Yes.
And her husband. Oh, see, we would have went out of the thing.
Yes.
Our battery was dying.
You
didn't notice it was going down.
It wasn't plugged in. We got everything ready but this.
Scooby or Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Hello, everyone. Hey, Scooby-Doo.
Hey.
And True. Hey, True.
Hey, True.
It was 2 a.m. Most men sleep in their underwear. Thank you. What is so suspicious about him sleeping in his underwear?
I don't even know why why would people go quickly to make that kind of story?
And is he supposed to put on his pajama pants when there's an intruder and say, excuse me, can I put on my pajama pants?
Yeah, let me put my robe on first before I come at you.
People are so stupid.
Because I don't want no conspiracy theories coming out.
I think some other threats and whatever have come. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why she stepped down. I think so. I think they probably told her, we can't protect your family.
Yeah.
We can protect you.
But not
we can't
your
protect
family.
your grandkids.
And
the
next time somebody may go further than that.
And she probably thought it's not worth it.
No.
The world is getting crazy.
She's been there for a while now, and she's older.
The world is getting crazy. It's not worth fighting. We lost the majority.
Enjoy the rest
in the house.
of the years on this earth.
Just
Nancy, you and your husband. She's enjoying her husband.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's still alive.
Do they say he has any residual effects from that? Like, is his brain?
I haven't heard anything.
Have you heard anything, Mama? About who? Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Is he in good health?
He's getting better, but it's going to take a long road.
Is he still like memory loss or whatever?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
He was at the Kennedy honors, remember?
Oh, okay.
With his hat and his glove on.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, then he doing good.
He
then
was waving at everybody.
All right.
So far, that's a blessing to survive.
And that man could have hit him more than once.
I know. And in the place of his skull where he would totally,
he could have. Yeah, he could have hurt him. He really bad, worse than what it was.
Need to get him in prison.
He knocked him out the one time.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of somebody who needs to get knocked out, social media rips Jason Whitlock for blaming Tyre Nichols' death. Figure this out.
Okay.
On single black women.
Is he talking about the single black woman being his mom?
Just let me
or
tell
like
you.
all single black women.
Why is it? Remember we talked about black women always get the raw end of the
We're
stick.
the bottom of the totem pole.
How he decided to connect Tyre Nichols' death
another conspiracy
to single black women.
Oh God,
is amazing to me.
Because if he's going in a place where you're gonna read it, right?
Do you know who this guy is?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Is he an influencer?
Well, hold on. Just like on the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne and DJ Envy, when Charlemagne does the Donkey of the Day, sometimes they'll play a little game that says, guess what race he is? So what race you think this guy is? Jason Whitlock, who would blame the death of Tyre Nichols on single black women.
But to me, he's a black man.
He is black. You're right.
But you're thinking he couldn't be a white man saying that.
This a Negro.
Well, who was it that arrested Tyre?
Remember we said the worst. Remember we said like even
Negroes.
in Durango.
Oh,
Samuel L. Jackson was worse
than the slave owner.
It's always they the worst.
I don't know why. What is
a black man goes on national television? He was on Tucker Carlson. That bozo.
Oh no,
what's his name? Tucker Carlson. It's like a Muppet. He's a talking head. He literally has somebody's hand stuck up his butt, and they move his mouth like this.
Yes.
He always looks like this.
You don't think a lot of that is what he feels too? I don't think that they tell him everything to say.
Wait a minute. And when he looking really hard, like,
I think some of the stuff he says himself, they just let him be the one that's, be the spokesperson.
Turn head slightly left, Tucker.
is so
Turn
so
head
stiff.
centers, Tucker. Look like you really like in tune to what the person is saying, Tucker.
Yeah, and he gets to stay on the air while homegirl gets Tiffany gets sent home.
Now that bozo, he wanted to say it.
Yeah,
but he bought this coon house Negro.
They love it when they get somebody with the black face to say what they feel.
Like Candace Owens.
Yes.
And you notice ain't nobody been calling her since she's been friends with Kanye.
Been quiet a little
no,
bit.
she's still talking, but the white people have shamed her to death.
Oh.
Because she's with Kanye.
Because we usually talk about her with something that's
But
going
she's
on.
with Kanye. So that's her friend.
Okay.
So she don't probably get invited to dinner parties like before.
Even with her husband.
Well, her husband gets invited because he's white. You keep that thing outside. That's what they tell him.
Oh, guess what?
You can come in to her husband, but leave her out on the porch.
Has this Jason guy always made comments?
But she makes stupid comments similar to this Jason house Negro. Mm-hmm. So my thing is,
his name should be Whitlock.
And what do you think? What do you think? I went to look at her channel, Candace. What do you think her take on the Tyre Nichols thing is? Because remember, George Floyd killed himself, and the knee was never on his neck. Remember, somehow his
knee was in the air.
He got rid of himself.
Yeah.
And when he called for his mother, that was his girlfriend. That wasn't his mama.
Oh,
now this guy Tyre called for his mom, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think her take on Tyre Nichols is? Remember, she's a house Negro. So what do you think?
Well, I know as one thing, as a house Negro, they would be upset that he ran.
Okay.
You've given cause for the police officers to come
But you missing one.
You shouldn't have ran.
You missing one major element.
Okay. Driving recklessly?
Nope. What's the major element? You give up?
With the 5 black cops?
There you go, buddy. There you go. It was 5 black cops. So, according to her, this was an injustice. How dare they beat this man to death like they did? 5 black cops. But when it's 5 white cops, Tyre must have been some hood Negro that deserved. You notice she got a different spin now.
So
because
she's talked about this?
Oh, she don't like this.
She don't like cops is being.
This is
the black cops are the victim.
Well, no. She thinks this is injustice for Tyre, because it's 5 black cops.
Oh,
see, it's 5 Negroes that did this.
Okay,
if it was 5 white cops, she would have found some kind of way to blame him for being underneath their legs and their feet and getting hit. You shouldn't have made him punch you like that. You shouldn't have did this. You should, but she didn't say any of that because it was 5 black cops.
Really? She went that way.
Now this idiot, Jason Whitlock, is the same person to me. I think I think Candace Owens is this guy with a wig on. Okay. I think it's the same person. I think they call us.
She's a little heavy.
They have one house Negro that they call.
Well, he's the house Negro, and she's the house female male, and she's the house Negro female.
They have one house Negro, and they sometimes put a wig on them.
Remember, it'd be more than one.
No, it's the same
because
one.
They gotta have the butler.
No,
and they gotta have the one that cooks.
No, it's the same person.
What do you mean?
As a boss, I go get They make him be the butler. They make him cook.
No.
They make him drive. They make him do all of it. But it's the same guy. So
now
Jason Whitlock. No. Jason Whitlock is Candace Owens. Candace Owens puts on a wig, and Jason Whitlock becomes Candace Owens. But I'm sure of it. It's the same person.
But you gotta understand. I get what you're saying, but understand the house Negroes. There's more than one house Negro.
Right.
They gotta have a house Negro inside to do multiple jobs.
All right. Well, I think they just
give them multiple roles and responsibilities. They can't have one doing everything.
You're right. So Candace attacks black men. And this bozo attacks black women. I got what you're saying.
Okay.
So is there a house Negro child in the mix? Is there a kid somewhere that we don't know about that attacks kids?
Okay. Or parenting.
Oh, okay.
Either one can do
that.
Well,
no, Candace does that.
Okay.
Candace does that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the decline of the black youth. Okay, as the world continues to be overcome with emotions over the violent death of Tyre Nichols, many were left stunned by recent comments made on Fox News regarding the tragedy. On Friday, January 27, video clips of the so-called journalist Jason Whitlock spewing hate for single black women during an interview with Tucker Carlson began trending on social media. Holy S-H-I-T, Tucker Carlson's guest just said, the beating death of Tyre Nichols is what happens when you have young black men being supervised by a single black woman. He said this is what happens in cities run by single black mothers and blamed a lack of male authority. A shocked viewer tweeted, the post contained portions of the interview where Whitlock used his platform to imply Nichols might still be alive if the supervisor of the Memphis Police Department wasn't some black woman in charge of the force.
What does that have to do?
This is hands down one of the most offensive 60 seconds of television I've ever seen. I cannot believe what I just watched, the woman added. And of course, look at Tucker Carlson's face. Always that same face. So you speak for the black man. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because he's black, we obviously think what he's saying is true.
Mm-hmm. We're getting our sources straight from the black man.
She was not alone in her sentiments. By Saturday, January 28th, Sierra joined the discussion. Jason Whitlock, as a black man, to get on national TV and say something like this is irresponsible. A lot of amazing kids have come from single mothers.
What is wrong with him?
For you to also undermine single black women in the midst of this tragedy is sad.
So sad.
This woman just lost her son.
And she's married.
That's Do better.
Husband. That was her husband.
The Grammy-winning artist shared on Twitter. Actress Holly Robinson Peete agreed. Thank you, Sierra. What a self-loathing, cold, reckless, stereotypical, insensitive, clout-chasing untruth to spew in front of millions. Tyre called out for his mother, and this was his takeaway. Neither Tyre's mother or the Memphis police chief, C.J. Davis, are single black moms. So why say that?
What is wrong with him?
You are an idiot.
But here's the thing that makes me upset. They keep Tucker Carlson on with this kind of rhetoric, but yet they gonna get rid of Tiffany.
Yes.
But they keep him on because here's the thing that and this is where you gotta really pray, because we're going against, this is not a flesh battle, this is a spiritual battle. Because if you have so many people out there that are amen in this,
thank you,
supporting this, that's scary. How many followers does Tucker Carlson have?
I don't know.
A lot. To be influencing people with this rhetoric. What is,
and
more of us should speak up, though.
If people are stupid enough to listen to it.
But more Sierras, more of us should speak up like her, where you caused for his job. You can't say no more. Your mouth needs to be shut.
Well,
you don't represent the black race.
Well, he goes on Fox, so they let him do that. One person wondered why Whitlock's aggression only targeted women of color. White boys go into churches and supermarkets and schools and malls and nightclubs and violently knock off innocent people. Jason Whitlock never blames white women for this.
And what about the mother who took her son to the Kenosha state line and he shot up some people?
Another tweet shared a famous quote along with the personal take. The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman.
His mom is a black woman.
The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
But his mother is a black woman.
Malcolm X said that. Oh, and F you, Jason Whitlock. While many expressed their opinions, one user summed things up by saying, Dear Jason Whitlock, just shut the F up. You will never wake up white, and they only talk to you because you literally say the BS they want to say, but can't.
They need a black representation to speak what they feel.
You are a house nigga. You are the one they send out into the field because you have a black face, and then you stand in the crowd with all the black people in the field, and you say, if you guys would just behave and calm down and be quiet, Master may give you some more chitlins or something.
Or Master... Master, I heard him behind the barn getting ready to leave. Master.
Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but if one of y'all trying to leave, Master know all about it, and he's gonna come down on everybody.
Master, they was reading down in the cellar.
Right.
It was like 10 of them.
Master. Now, normally, I get some popcorn after dinner, but if you guys, you Negroes, act up, Master say he ain't gonna give me no popcorn after dinner. Now quit acting up so we all can suffer.
Right. Don't make Master mad. Master. They make it
Fast forward to today.
Okay.
Tucker Carlson. Now, he only gonna let me on this show. Listen up, black people. This is Whitlock.
Wake up, black people.
The only time I can get on Tucker Carlson's show is if I say the dumbest things about black people. So y'all black people gotta understand this. Just take it. Nobody believes what I'm saying, but I'm saying it because I need to say it so that I can get on the air. You understand?
This gives me airtime.
Yeah, that's my popcorn for 2023.
Let's bring the shiny object over where I'm at.
All right. True said he's like a male Candace Owens with less intelligence. Yes. True says, wow, that's what she said. And True says, yeah, we're on the same page about Jason. House Negro.
Wow. He said because of the single mom.
The single mom.
The single woman is why
Tyre Irving would be alive today. Tyre, if it wasn't for the single black woman.
Okay. And then he even
and neither one of the women in his life are single. His mom or the police chief.
Thank you. But he has a black mother.
Does he?
James, what's his name?
I would be so ashamed. Can you imagine if his mother was alive? That's your son.
And his family members, cousins.
I wouldn't tell nobody. You know how people, you know how famous people, when you have somebody famous in your family, you tell everybody, that's your uncle or that's your cousin. Yeah, girl. Nobody would know I was kidding him.
Unless they say, girl, yeah, nobody mess with him. He's stupid. They'll call him names too. That's our crazy uncle. Yep. This is sad though.
Isn't that sad?
I don't even know why he feels that way. Why would he just say that?
Hey, Kim Whitlock. You kin to Jason Whitlock? Oh, girl, no. That's a common name.
Oh, stop.
I don't know that man.
Okay. It should be Whitlock.
How about who that man? Yeah, Whitlock. He needs to put an E after that T.
Thank you. After being on the
Jason Whitlock.
Thank you. And that's
let's start calling him Jason Whitlock, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all, Jason Whitlock was on Fox News today.
Oh, wow. So he's been on there a number of times then.
I still think it's Candace Owens. I think Candace Owens puts a wig on.
The House Negroes. It's got representation, male and female.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, boy. How do I go from Jason Whitlock to R. Kelly?
Oh, Lord.
This is a story you was interested in, Ma.
Yes.
Kelly. And this is the Chicago.
R. Kelly's accuser says justice has been denied after Cook County prosecutors dropped the sexual abuse charges in Chicago. What? A victim in R. Kelly's sexual abuse case in Cook County, Illinois, is speaking out after prosecutors decided to drop the charges against the singer, according to the Chicago Tribune. Lanita Carter is devastated.
They probably feel like he got so many years already. Why throw more years?
Well, that's it. As reported by Associated Press, Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox shared she would ask the judge presiding over the case to drop the charges against Kelly. The singer has been accused of sexually abusing 4 victims, 3 of whom were minors. Fox explained her decision to drop the charges and shared that she believes the defamed musician will never have the opportunity to be a free man again.
He'll be in there for the rest of his life.
Mr. Kelly is potentially looking at the possibility of never walking out of prison again for the crimes that he's committed. While today's cases are no longer being pursued, we believe justice has been served. To date, Kelly is serving 30-year prison sentence for federal charges brought against him in New York, and he is awaiting sentences for additional charges from a Chicago federal court. Kelly will receive his sentences for that case on February 23rd. According to the outlet, Kelly is appealing his New York charges, but with that sentencing alone, Kelly won't be eligible for release until he's 80 years old.
Yeah, he might.
Additionally, Fox explained that the money not used for this trial will instead fund advocacy for other survivors of sexual abuse. So I got two things against that.
I'm
between.
I see how much money you can. It's unfortunate.
Why prosecute him? He already gonna be in jail for the rest of his life.
It's not justice, unfortunately, for the women though that he did it in this area, in the Cook County area. They feel like, yeah, he has his term and time for those crimes, but we didn't get justice. We didn't get justice
for what happened to us.
Yeah.
So how would you feel if somebody let's say something happened to you, somebody robbed you, and then they robbed other people in other states, and then they in Ohio or something, they get tried and they got to go to jail for 50, 60 years. And the prosecutor in Illinois says, well, I'm sorry, Lenore, I know you got robbed, but he's already going to be in jail for 60 years. So we don't want to waste the taxpayers' money by prosecuting him here. How would you feel? Do you feel like you still got justice because he's still in jail for
that? It would probably be harder to say if it's my family member that was hurt or whatever. I probably will take it personal and want him to still, even though he's going to be in there to 80, I don't care the years that he hurt my family member, let it be until 90, 100 years old. It's still in my heart.
Add on more time.
I don't care if time is added on to the old age that he will be. For me, it's on paper. It's in the books. My family got. It was justified. It was justice.
Can't they still sue him civil?
I don't know.
I would think I would still just sue him civilly.
Is that for money though?
For money.
That's what O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, that's what O.J. Simpson. That guy
he'll be in there for the people that he heard and whatever. But like O.J. Simpson, yeah, get him civilly.
I don't know. What's the question?
Get money out of it if you can.
Can they still sue him civilly? Like anything he earns from the rest of his life, I'm gonna get it.
I don't want to waste the taxpayers' money too. So that's something to think about. But we can't trust our law enforcement or the lawyers that money will actually go to where she says it goes.
Well, that's what she's saying. So we gotta believe.
Saying, Big Brother watching. Are you really gonna do that?
Well, people don't like Kim Fox, so they gonna make sure that money
they
go
want
to
her out of office anyway.
So they gonna make sure that money go to what she's saying it's going to. Trust me, when she run again, they gonna say, did any of that money go to? How much money went to advocacy for survivors? Right. And then she can say, well, this went there, this went, we saved money here. And
she would have to put the numbers together on what it would have cost to try him, for the Cook County.
She dropping it because it's not a popular thing in Chicago. A lot of people still like R. Kelly.
You kept saying that.
I told you.
He's loved here, regardless of what he's done.
People still like R. Kelly in Chicago. And so they feel like, look, y'all done already got the man. He going to be in there for till he 80. Leave him alone.
He going to be there till he 80.
So, and most of the people that's talking now, y'all knew what he was doing. I knew what he was doing. I lived in Hyde Park.
I know.
And I would see R. Kelly at the high school in the parking lot.
We knew that he was involved with younger women. We knew that. It wasn't no news.
And I feel bad now, drop somebody off there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who it is. They know who they are. They know
who they are. Yeah, but unfortunately, we didn't.
But she was a singer.
We wasn't in so tight where we could have made something.
She was a famous singer, and she was 16, and she said, "Oh, I need to do some." And I don't know. She was like, "Can you drop me off there?"
Because innocently, we wasn't really thinking at that time.
I wasn't thinking. I don't know why I wasn't, because I would see him at the high school. I know he liked young girls. But I really actually thought she was going over there to work on some music because she was famous.
That happened to us a number of times. You noticed that, right?
I know.
We won't even go into church situations
or anything. Well,
my sister and I. It's good that we didn't know that
we boneheads.
God knows how we.
He know how to keep us.
We're vigilantes. And anybody that knows,
I would have kicked the door in.
We would have been in jail. Yeah. Because we would have came,
but I was
as fighting for those girls' rights.
But I was just thinking innocent, like she going over there to record.
Yeah,
and I didn't find out
even
years
with the
later.
other person, we thought they were being counseled.
Yeah, so
like normal.
We was boneheads.
I know. I hate that. I think about that and go, dang, I would have, should have, could have.
But it's all right.
But I do.
So that's why
I get this as far as
a lot of people knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
and they didn't say nothing.
But if you're right, if they can come, if the families can come at him for civil.
then I think it's fine.
Then
I would just
fine.
sue
They
him.
got an option still.
I would sue him civilly.
Yeah.
And just take whatever money he got.
Yeah.
Now, I thought you would like this story. This is a stupid story.
Yeah.
McDonald's. You know how we go through the drive-thru and you always end up sometimes arguing with people or whatever, the drive-thru people. You don't like when they hold the bag out before you pull up.
I don't think nobody does.
No, but I'm just saying you got a lot of stuff you don't like that they do.
Yeah.
Well, they got a lot of
pet peeves.
They got a lot of pet peeves. You want to hear them?
What is it?
This lady says, I purposely take longer to answer. McDonald's worker calls out drive-thru customers who start rattling off their order as soon as they pull up.
Okay.
If they pull up and say hello, I count to 5 before if they pull up and say hello, I count to 5 before I speak. Hello, every hello is another 5 seconds. So if you say hello.
No, we don't do that until we're sitting there for a while.
Thank you. She said if they pull up and say hello.
We don't do that. We pull up and we wait.
So she said if you pull up, y'all, these are some people that drive through, they don't like. If you pull up and say hello right before when you pull up, some of these people purposely wait before they say something because you pull it up saying something.
Okay.
TikToker Angela Reyes sparked a snowball effect of drive-thru employee gripes from TikTokers after ragging on customers who order the second they pull up at the kiosk. In the video, Reyes wears a headset, her hands ready to key in items on an ordering screen. A text overlay reads, "Would customers love to say hello while barely pulling up to the speaker?" Rayleigh lip syncs a popular TikTok sound where a drive-thru customer says hello, and she replies, "Hold up, B," while placing the customer on hold with waiting music.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There are several, purported cardinal sins of drive-through ordering that many fast food workers have decried. Many of which are compiled by Eat This. Okay. It seems another thing fast food. Well, let me see. First, being prospective diners show up at the speaker and don't have the foggiest idea as to what they want.
I know the McDonald's menu really never changes.
Remember, Sinbad said it's the same menu.
Same menu. They may.
But what if you don't know if you want
a McRib is back?
But what if you don't know if you want a Big Mac or a fish sandwich? What if you try to decide?
I don't know. That's what he said. That frustrates him because it's still the same sandwiches. It's not changed.
I think if it's a line, that would piss me off. If it's a long line, you have plenty of time to figure out if you want a Big Mac or a fish sandwich.
Right.
But what if you just pulling right up? Give me a second for a minute. I gotta look at it.
I may be in the mood for a fish sandwich today.
It seems another thing fast food drive-thru employees are fed up with is pranks. There are throngs of people with TikTok's accounts who use unknowing fast food workers as content in their journey to go viral. I do see a lot of fast food drive-thru pranks.
How is that?
It's just different ones. They do all kind of pranks.
They'll order something and don't drive up?
No, they just do different pranks.
Okay.
Different pranks. In a Reddit post about frustrating drive-thru customer behavior, it's considered poor form to make 2 separate orders.
Right. And they cut that down a lot in a lot of fast food places.
2 separate checks for people in the same car.
Same car.
In this instance, it's considered better to just go inside the establishment and place your order.
Yeah.
Slow payers. People who take a long time to get their money out.
I do that.
Why you do that?
I'm slow when they give it back to me because I want to make sure it goes back in my wallet.
But why are you slow to pay?
I have been missing my card sometime.
But why are you slow to pay? You should already have your wallet out.
I'm usually good at it. I'm usually good at having my wallet on my seat. If I'm not with you, I usually have it on the seat ready to pay.
All right.
And now that we have it set up where it automatically pays, I like that. What?
Oh, I was looking at that. Slow payers, violent and combative customers are generally frowned upon as well.
I'm sure that's in every fast food place.
But there's another type of patron fast food employees can't stand, and that's the gaslighter. One TikToker user said a recurring trend they noticed while on the job was dealing with patrons who pretend as if there was something wrong with their order or that an item was missing when there really wasn't, in an attempt to get free food.
Mm-hmm. People gonna try to do what they can.
These fries are cold. Take this back. Yeah. Now I want another fry. I want a free fry because you gave me a cold fry.
Right. You're making me wait. That's the customer not satisfaction. One guy said he wanted his Big Mac to look like the photo that was in the restaurant. He said, my Big Mac does not. The meat was so little. And they looked at him like he was crazy. You want your Big Mac to look like that advertised sandwich on
people
that
don't realize they'll spit in your food. If you are not a good customer, I seen on the other side where they say they love people to pull up like that because they mess with your food and stuff.
That's one of my co-workers back in the day, real young. When she told me her and her friends urinated in the Mountain Dew at the one restaurant they worked at, that's when I got like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they do all kinds of stuff.
Careful with your food.
They drop stuff, they pick it up, give it to you.
They get mad when we order because my dad likes his sandwiches with extra pickles and extra onions.
Now this person said, and when I say hi, welcome, they say, give me a minute. I'm not ready yet, and take long to order.
Yeah. I try to avoid some of these pet peeves for them, and I get it. Because I would get mad at me, too, for taking a long time to pay.
Another one says, or when you say 1 moment, please, then they wrap their entire order. Give me a Big Mac and a bit of cheese. People do stupid stuff. We'll be right with you. Immediately starts ordering.
Wow.
Welcome to McDonald's. We'll be right with you. Yeah, let me have a Big Mac, a large fry. Didn't I just say we'd be right with you?
Oh, I do like when they say, just let us know when you're ready.
Yeah.
These nicer places like Culver's.
Well, this lady,
Chick-fil-A.
User at LouHive803 said, there's one particular ordering behavior that gets on her nerves. Or when I greet them multiple times and they don't say anything. And then out of the blue, they start the order. I just act like I don't hear them.
May you repeat? Please repeat the order, ma'am.
Do you say when they say hi? Do you say hi, or do you go right to your order? Do y'all do that? If they say hello, welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order, please? Do you say hello, or do you go right into your order?
I think I go right into
the order. See, I don't know. Do we go right into our order, or do we say hello back?
I don't think I say hello back.
We should say hello back.
Every once in a while, I might.
We should say hello back. Or if they say like, good morning, welcome to, Chick-fil-A or whatever, Burger King, can I take your order? We should say good morning back.
Yeah, some people
But we don't. We go right into our order.
Because they've added more words to it. It wasn't just hi and then I respond. They said, hello, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? And then we're ready to give our order.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't give us room to say hello sometimes.
Okay, Scooby-Doo said the parents knew what he was doing. I think when the money ran out, they wanted him punished. Yeah, R. Kelly. Yeah, a lot of people knew what he was doing. Yeah. True says, one of my previous co-workers had a second job at Burger King, and she said they would wipe rude customers' buns on the floor.
Ooh, I believe that.
I told you they do all kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. And smile like when on the Color Purple when she's spitting in his lemonade.
She's spitting his lemonade, and then she just sat back.
Watched him drink it.
She said next time he come, I'm gonna put a little Sugar Avery P in there. Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, the slave masters probably ate all kind of stuff.
Oh Lord, help us.
All right, so real quick, I didn't want to go long on this one. You saw, Scooby-Doo said True Blue. I heard the same thing. Yep. I say hello back, but super fast. So True says hello back.
I don't even think to say hello, but that's a good one.
I didn't even think about it.
Do you like when they're holding your food?
Yeah, Lenore hates
out
that.
The window
before you even drive.
Before you drive up to the second window.
Yeah, and you do that. You wait just because they did that. See,
so they don't keep their hand out that long, so they got to bring it back in.
Yeah, so you doing the same.
I don't like that.
I watched You People on Netflix, and oh man, do I have thoughts.
I wonder what their thoughts are.
By Adrian Jones.
I couldn't finish it.
Let you start off first, and then I'll say what this person said.
Okay. I tried. You said it was a movie, right? It wasn't a series
on Netflix.
It was like
and a lot of people in it. Look at all these people in it.
I know, and I didn't even get that far.
But go ahead. What?
I started watching it last night.
Have you guys seen it? First of all, y'all out there, have y'all seen You People on Netflix
with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm thinking the gist of the story for me, I didn't like who they chose as the white actor, the boyfriend. I'm sorry. I couldn't get into. To me, it wasn't realistic on how these two even are together. It didn't make sense. I mean, not to say, remember we made a comment the other day about we sometimes put couples together because they look cute or they fit each other.
Jonah Hill and Lauren didn't even look like they belonged together.
They complemented each other. This black girl and white guy didn't complement each other. He was like a nerdy looking, not so much nerdy, but like
you thinking in real life she would probably never talk to Jonah Hill.
No, I don't care how nice he is, but I think that's what threw me off. And then too, when he got ready to meet her parent, because he wanted to marry her, they really got along well and liked each other well. She met his family first. What's her name from Seinfeld was the mom.
Well, don't do any spoiler alerts.
And they make a lot of racist comments when a person is uncomfortable. A white person is uncomfortable meeting the white son's black girlfriend. They'll say stuff like that.
It was like a modern Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
I
remember Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
I think it was even worse.
No, but you remember Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you sitting there with your white son's black girlfriend and you make comments like, that Malcolm X, he was a really good speaker, and I enjoyed when everything is black, and you're sitting there going,
he was trying to blend in.
Really?
Okay.
And then when he got ready to meet Eddie Murphy's family, of course it's the who are you with what's your intentions with my daughter? It's it's more of an attitude.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
All right.
Go ahead.
So we're not gonna give any spoiler alerts.
Go ahead.
Scooby Doo said, I just put it on my list. True says the movie was okay, but they had no chemistry. And Scooby-Doo said, True Blue, my thoughts.
Thank you. That's what it is. They had no chemistry. It was like they just threw them together and say, let's make this movie.
Anyone with a Netflix subscription knows that the service is always good for debuting intriguing new content. In the early days of they don't need to go through all that. I watched the movie over the weekend and definitely had some strong thoughts on it, which I needed to share. Let's get into it. This movie isn't that funny. All right, I can freely admit that I'm probably not the biggest fan of comedies that bank on turning a series of awkward situations into a story that fuels repeated laughs. But boy, oh boy, You People was really dry in terms of bringing the funny for me. Yeah. And I did not have highish hopes of it making me laugh after watching the trailer. Though I also fully expect most of the movie to be filled with cringy, racially based misunderstandings and arguments focused on humor. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner was good.
It was well written.
It's not even that movie is more serious than it was billed as, but that many of the bits just don't land.
Yeah.
This includes a scene where Murphy's Akbar is riffing to his two kids about how he's the darkest skinned person in the restaurant.
Yes.
And later when he's trying to bait Hill's Ezra into saying the N-word, which simply, it don't work. My only good laugh came when Akbar asked his son if he knew Ezra's friend, Mo, had you know what, and his son casually responds, yeah, they're on her chest.
It was dry humor. It was like Eddie Murphy's Second Coming to America. And Eddie Murphy's, it was another movie that Eddie made where the humor was
kind
of
good.
No, it wasn't.
Well, Mama didn't like Coming to America too, you're right.
Yeah.
They got some recognizable folks to play some very small parts.
All in this movie.
Most of us realize as we start any film that we're probably going to see a number of recognizable people who weren't really advertised as being part of the movie. However, I was very surprised to see folks like Rhea Perlman, Hal Linden, remember Mike Epps, Richard Benjamin, Lala Anthony, Elliot Gould, and Blackest stars Anthony Anderson and Dion Cole, and more having a scene or two in the movie. Honestly, I rather enjoy watching a film being able to go, oh my God, there's what's her name, what's his face. So well done, You People cast. Okay.
Yeah.
Nia Long, David Duchovny, whatever his name.
You say his name,
are barely in this film.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like He introduced.
He is the only one who really got a chance to shine in the comedy with his John Legend singing.
Yeah.
Oddly, Exhibit loving portrayal of Arnold Cohen. So Exhibit was in there. They couldn't have given Long something to do other than play a serious face.
It was kind of weak. The storyline, I get the storyline. It just wasn't written well. It was like he was saying it was forced to make you laugh. And you're thinking, it was, you can kind of predict what's coming, but I don't know, it was something missing. And for me, the chemistry alone with the couple messed it up for me.
They didn't have no chemistry.
I didn't like the
That's what
I didn't like
True
the white
saying.
guy she was with. I didn't.
Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is usually funny.
I didn't like him with her. I'm sorry.
Was Lauren any good? Because she hasn't acted really since her Nipsey
she was
Hussle.
Herself to me.
Since Nipsey Hussle passed away.
Yeah. She was like what she's played in other parts, but she didn't fit him. So, and two, to be honest, I mean, to be honest, I don't mean to sound negative. With the family that he had a Jewish family. He was Jewish, his mom and them. So think about a Jewish mother. They are so connected to their sons.
Well, the stereotype.
The stereotype. And it's not even so much, most of the women that I work with that are Jewish, they talk about their sons all the time.
And his mom was, what's her name? Elaine?
Yes.
From Seinfeld?
Elaine from Seinfeld. And
Louis-Dreyfus.
And I do understand that because there was one lady that was my coworker. We was on the same team. I even asked her, I said, you and your daughter not that close, are you? She said, yeah, that son of hers, she always was complimenting her son. So yes, it's a stereotype, but most of the Jewish women that I meet, they love their sons.
Let me see
you
how
would think that in this relationship with this black girl that she'll be a little bit more, you know.
Let me see how she ends what she says, this lady who did this article.
Go ahead.
I know we're supposed to think this is sweet and romantic, but it's really the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Neither family has a full ideal of what their kid has been doing or thinking right before this moment. What if Amira and Ezra had gotten to the point where they felt like not being together really was the right move? What if both were now over the other enough to not just start dating, but start having sex with other people? For all we know, both had enjoyed sexy times with other people the night before, basically being forced to marry without having been given any prior warning. Makes zero sense to me. I might not have been the biggest fan of you people, but if you want to check it out for yourself, it's waiting for you on Netflix.
I don't know. I wouldn't. For me, I'm not gonna go back to see it.
You're not gonna finish it.
I'm not gonna finish it.
You started like an hour into it, and then you couldn't watch it.
I watched it until he met the family, her family.
Okay.
I watched it when he introduced her to his family, and then when he got ready to meet Eddie and Nia, I was losing it from him from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Like from the very beginning when he was saying, I want to meet somebody. I'm like, is it him? He's going to be the one that's going to be the white boyfriend coming home?
All right.
And I said, that's it.
Okay, so you guys watch, what is it? You People? What is it?
You People.
You People on Netflix. And y'all comment down below what y'all think about it. True says she didn't like the chemistry, so it was okay movie for her.
And you think with a love story like this, some chemistry is needed.
Yeah.
It really.
All right. I think I'll do this story another time. If y'all hear about, look up Chat GPT, AI. Look that up so y'all know what we're talking about when I bring that up.
Do you have a donkey of the day?
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Charlemagne the God has donkey of the day every day.
Okay. And
today, his donkey of the day was this TikToker who charged in GoFundMe cancer scam. Okay. She pretended like she had cancer and she charged and made $37,000. People gave her money. Yeah. A 19-year-old Iowa woman has been charged with, what is that?
Where you at?
Right here.
Bilking?
Hundreds of donors out of more than $37,000 by lying on TikTok and GoFundMe about battling
pancreatic
cancer and having a tumor the size of a football.
Ooh, could that even possibly be?
Yeah, you can have tumor size of footballs.
That's a big one.
Madison Maddie Russo was arrested on January 23rd on a first-degree theft charge, a felony punishable in Iowa by 10 years in prison.
Wow.
Police said Russo faked having stage 2 pancreatic cancer, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and a tumor the size of a football that wrapped around her spine.
Wow.
The accused con artist documented her bogus cancer battle on TikTok and on GoFundMe page, in which she had raised $37,303 from more than 439 unsuspecting donors.
Wow.
Additionally, police said Russo gave talks about her made-up health struggles at St. Ambrose University, where she was a student, and at the National Pancreatic Foundation, a claim the Chicago-based nonprofit has denied.
Ooh, shame on her.
Just for $37,000. Look at her.
I wonder how they found out. Because that GoFundMe is very dangerous. A lot of people have done that with GoFundMes.
We can confirm the person in question had no contact with National Pancreatic Cancer. So the people, when you check these people who she's supposed to be talking to, they said, no, we don't know what she's talking about.
Wow.
Her story began to unravel on January 11th. You was asking what happened. When anonymous witness claiming to be a medical professional reached out to authorities saying they noticed many medical discrepancies in the teen's social media posts. So somebody called in and said, probably a nurse or something, and said, the stuff she's writing, it doesn't make sense.
Okay. I'm surprised they even came across it. And with anonymous when an anonymous witness is claiming to be medical professionals.
And it said at the same time, several TikTok users who watched Russo's videos in which she documented her cancer treatments noted that some of her medical equipment, its placement did not look right. So you would know that.
Play the part too.
You would know that though, because you a cancer survivor. So you would probably look and go, no, that bag wouldn't be like that. I had to wear that, and you don't have it on that side. You may have it on this side or something.
Okay. Interesting.
Isn't that something?
She could have, if nobody noticed it, she could have kept going.
So he gave her donkey of the day.
Yeah, she's a donkey.
And they played, guess what race it is? They didn't show her picture. And Nene Leakes was on there. Nene Leakes was on the Breakfast Club and DJ Envy. And they did, guess what race she is? And Nene said she's whiter than white.
Okay.
And then DJ Envy said she's white. And then Charlamagne said, why did y'all say she white? And then DJ Envy said, because black people be too afraid to catch cancer. We say, we're too scary.
Yeah.
We don't do that because we'll say, I'm not pretending like I got cancer.
We're going to reap it.
He said, you barely get us to go to the hospital.
Yes. Why would we even say we got
so we're not going to say we got nothing. Wow. I'm not putting that on me. That we're big on that. Don't speak that. So they guessed what she was.
It puts us back though with the whole GoFundMe platform, because GoFundMe is a very good platform to raise money and to do it quickly for people to help. But she's making it. I mean, are they gonna give the people their money back? I'm assuming they can.
I don't know. Give the people what they want. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
True Blue says it sucks because Jonah just lost 100 pounds and doesn't like people commenting on his appearance. Oh, yes. He was big in that movie though.
Oh, so has he been bigger?
Yeah, he was. But then he lost weight. So he must be smaller now.
In that movie, I guess. Yeah.
And True says Lauren just came out of a deep depression. Yeah. She said she wouldn't bathe for days. You know, she was the one that was Nipsey Hussle.
She dated him?
That's his baby mama. Aww. And True says so that could have played a part too. I think so. I think this movie was made probably a while ago.
But
and they just released
wish it was somebody like who's a young, nice-looking guy now?
White guy?
Yeah.
That guy who played Elvis Presley?
Yeah. You would watch them because you're like, ooh, he's cute.
But he's not a comedian. Maybe they was trying to find a comedian, but there's plenty of comedians they could have found.
Yeah, that's true.
Other than Jonah Hill.
Yeah, because he did have a lot of funny comments.
But there's some other comedians that would have probably had more chemistry with her.
Mm-hmm. I did laugh at the what's her name from Seinfeld? I think she's a good actress, comedic. So she was funny. Ma, come. He took her away, Ma.
So do you think people should see the movie or not?
I think they should, because I didn't. For me, if it was just because of the chemistry, that may not be important to you.
All right, so
but follow it to the very end, because I'm curious. Maybe I may go back. I'll see.
And see,
because I wanted to see how the family how the Eddie and his wife, how they all treated them even towards him, because he wanted to marry her. He was going to ask her to marry him.
All right, so go back. You going to finish it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and finish it.
All right, so
because I may have a change of heart.
So she gonna finish it. You guys watch it. It's a movie on Netflix.
Eddie.
And it's Eddie Murphy. He ain't been funny in years, but
I know.
We still love Eddie Murphy. He's still one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah.
We remember Raw. So we gotta remember that Eddie.
Roxanne.
Yeah. Put on a red light. Roxanne. Put on a red light.
Don't put the banana in the tailpipe.
I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Wait a minute, those are two different movies.
I know.
I'm doing all his lines.
Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's it.
I love it.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Yep.
Always believe. Make sure you like. Again, the computer only recognizes like. It don't recognize subscribers.
Yeah.
But I do it does recognize the subscriber on the other channel. Woods Relax Sleep Sounds.
Okay.
Because we need 1,000 subscribers
on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
got it.
make sure y'all subscribe to Woods Relax Sleep Sounds. And make sure y'all like this video so we can get it going out. And we figuring out, y'all. We got a few more days, True. And even Scooby-Doo, because you've been on here before, Scooby-Doo. And Wendy. I haven't seen Wendy. And a couple other people. We're gonna do it where you can come in. Yeah, we was working on it today, trying to do the link
to talk with us.
Yeah, we'll send y'all the link. Y'all have to send us We'll probably do it in y'all inboxes because I don't want everybody and mama coming up. I don't want to be yelling at people.
We on our way. We got it.
So we'll only give our link to a few people. And then you guys will be able to come in. And then that's funny because then you can say something and then we can say something right back. You don't have to keep typing it. Yeah. And it come up 10 minutes later. Yeah.
And we done moved on to another topic and you guys are still making good comments
and
about the last topic.
And you may say something that may spark us to say something else.
Like we didn't think of that.
Yeah. Or you may have a story. You know what I'm saying?
That's
to
true.
add on
That's
there.
True.
So like Chu was saying about her friends and stuff with the buns and pickles. What she say? Pickles in the mop water. Stuff like that. McDonald's. Okay. So we'll have stuff like that. So it's coming, y'all. It's coming. We getting better. We moved on to our new place and we just still putting stuff together. Once that's done, then we can concentrate on this. If we were
in better shape, we would be further along.
Yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah, when you older and you out of shape, it takes a long.
Move and sit down. Yeah. Move and sit down.
You have to choose your battles. So. You know.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that was another Woods Report. See you later.